You're not tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
And welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And this is episode 161.
I'm straight. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Hello and welcome yet again to another episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your host, Claudia Renee. And I am so grateful to be here. I am joined by my co-host, House 600 in the building.
Yes, sir. We are here another week. On time.
Baby.
Haven't missed.
Shout out to baby. So what a blessing, man. 161 episodes. Let's get right into it.
Thank God.
So many things have happened this past week. So there is a lot to be grateful for. Hav, what are you grateful for?
Shit, I am grateful for, being a little bit more self-aware than I was previously in the past. When I am in a bad state, I know it and I can call it out. And I know when I'm in a good one. But I also know that sometimes you don't have to force the wave. And sometimes when we try to force the wave, instead of let the waves, the wave's going to crash, instead of letting the water flow and hit the rocks like it does every now and then, that's just going to happen. So it's inevitable. And we just got to keep on going and let it flow because this is our stream. We can make a canal. It don't got to be the whole ocean, but we can make a whole little canal, our own little lane, and get to it. So I'm just grateful for that. And for opportunities, we are blessed.
I know that's right.
What about you, Claudia? What the fuck you grateful for this week?
With a drum roll. I am grateful for going to Disney. There's so many other things to be grateful for, but something that I'm very grateful for is going to Disney because I just feel like
I need it.
I just need it in my life. And it's something that I always look forward to, like just going to the parks and eating the French fries and the churros and the popcorn and the ice cream and like all that good, like Disney, like everything tastes better in Disney. It's just like a different thing in Disney, and I love how I feel when I'm there, so I like going there. So I feel grateful for today. When the episode drops, we would already be in Disney, so
I'll be with Mickey or Buzz.
Hi, future me. Have fun, girl.
What I was gonna say, barring that the whole Disney experience, and either you don't like Disney, you've never been to Disney World, so you don't know about that. It's just good to like step out and be outside of your own city. It's like a little mini getaway, really.
Yeah,
because
even if it's like,
because it's still in Miami, it's still in Florida. My bad. So like Miami, it's like a 4-hour drive. So that's like what LA people go to Vegas,
yeah,
or like
definitely.
maybe if you live in New York, you go out to Jersey or you go out to Philly, like shit like that. It's just good to get out. Breathe some different new air, catch new different vibes,
have some of your favorite sushi.
Facts.
That's what I'm excited for that too. And we're gonna be going to Epcot and just the different parks, and because now they have the option to be able to park hop, so that's fun. I'm going as the dog mommy, so there's gonna probably be something I end up buying my babe.
Don't fuck up a check probably. But also like what I was gonna say is Disney is super safe. We were making fun of them, right? Remember, like at the ma'am, excuse me, sir.
But they are so safe.
They're so safe about COVID, and just shout out to them because I was talking about that with a coworker, and then I was just remembering, like, man, are these motherfuckers coming out of the bushes? Like, where the fuck are these fools coming from? So it's definitely safe. So if you have your reservations, I think you're pretty good on going to Disney. Of course, if you all healthy.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to go. Last year around this time, the pandemic was kind of like, it's crazy because today is the 27th. And so tomorrow ends the month. And it's interesting how February has come. And that means that March is here. And a lot of us haven't recovered from last March. because that's when quarantine lockdown like started in March.
Yeah.
Everybody's lives changed. Like, and maybe if it didn't change in March, it changed any month after that. Like it was insane.
I don't care who you are. You look different too after last year, March.
Yeah.
Like pull up a picture from you February 2020 and then now you look a little different.
I've been through something. I got some wisdom behind those eyes. Where is that from?
I don't know.
It looks like you have. Wait, where is that from? Oh man.
Go ahead. I'm gonna try to look it up.
It looks like you have. Who is that? That's gonna kill me.
I'll find it.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and get right into it. And you know who it is? It's from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay.
It's when they're surfing and then he says, "It looks like you have pain in your eyes," or something like that. I feel like that's where that's from, but that's fun because I
think it's just the pain.
Yeah. Play it.
Yo, Pete, looks like you got a little pain behind those eyes.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Maybe a
There's
little.
only one cure for that.
What's that?
Weed.
Not any.
Facts.
Well, let's go surfing.
Oh man, hey man,
That was
shout out.
great that I remembered that. I'm so happy. It
Yeah.
wasn't. I knew it was right there. That's why I didn't let it go.
Shout out that whole cast and Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That's a great movie. That's one of my
that's
favorite
top.
movies.
That's up there. Not saying that it beats what Wedding Crashers and another few favorites. But
yeah,
it's pretty out there.
it's up there definitely for me. I've even watched it with my dad. That's how much of a great movie I love. That it's just like, no, you've never seen this movie. You got to watch it with me. So
You know what would be a good versus that movie and 50 First Dates versus each other. Just because like they have that romantic side, but they're also like funny movies.
yeah,
You know, and they
50
kinda,
First Dates is a great. What would you do if a girl you were dating?
if it was like that, like Homie felt, you know, like and it was that spark, and it was kind of like, damn, you know, it was almost like you chased that. You
Yeah.
even chase sometimes that night or that one vibe that you caught. You know what I mean? Or you make a decision of like, or something that happens that one night just makes you, you know, fall in love a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So if that were to happen, I mean, damn, it would be tough and understandable. And if we could find a solution, but that's the thing, we got to be more solution based though. And I think that's a little bit of a message in there, like be solution based, like try to figure it out. It could work out, just like what we you know bringing Bae, bringing dog, you know, bringing the dog up to land, like it could work out.
Yeah, I agree. Something that I just thought about with the movie 50 First Dates, and this is not something that we planned on talking about, but I feel like this is important because
Unwritten bars.
But yeah, because sometimes what happens is when you are in a relationship, you get a little comfortable, and you know, for him,
Facts.
and there's like a message in there because it's just like his whole thing was to have her fall in love with him every single day. And I feel like every single day, like you should fall in love over and over and over. Like I feel like if it's not that type of love, like I don't want it.
Oh yeah, or
like,
you should be gaining more love. You
yeah,
know,
like
doing
I just
things
feel like every time, like it should be like that. Like not that you're trying to win me over, but like that you just love the fuck out of me, that every single day I wake up and I'm like, holy shit, he loves me more than he did yesterday. Because for you, luckily, I don't lose my memory. You know what I mean? So there's kind of also like a message in that it's just like you shouldn't just treat them that way because she lost her memory. Like it should be because you genuinely love her. You know, and every single day you have the opportunity to fall in love with her again.
again.
I
love her.
Exactly. So that was a great movie. That would be interesting. Speaking of verses, tonight is the D'Angelo versus Friends versus. I'm really excited about it, Hav. I'm gonna tell you why.
But that's not an official versus, though, right?
No, it's an official versus. It is ran by Versus and everything, and it's gonna be held at the infamous, historically black Apollo Theater. It's going to be held there, and I am excited because I feel like, it's Black History Month. It's going to be at a historically Black theater, the only, one, and it has been through so many different like eras of music and the doors that it's opened for so many people, specifically Black people, and it's beautiful. So I'm excited for that. I know that not a lot of people are excited for Versus because it's just
Damn, we needed more verses this month, actually.
there should have been more, I believe. I think that it's also getting to something that people are kind of like, you want me to battle who?
Right. Well, what if like we even have like more like what about if like Talib and Mos Def do a versus?
That would be nice.
Because kind of
But
like
they wouldn't.
But
Most Def wouldn't. Like that's
why not? It's almost like a show. Just kind of like if we take it back, like, and not saying that they started this, but Drake, the Drake versus Wayne tour.
yeah.
Type of thing. So like what, and that's what we've been needing, and what the type of content we've been feeding for during this quarantine is kind of like going to a concert.
Yeah.
Like give us performances. So it's kind of like, okay, go like Method Man versus Redman.
That would be great.
You know what I mean? Just like, dang, they could do joints together too. They got that, but
Or like Freeway and Beanie. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there.
yeah.
I don't know. Or like I don't know. That was somebody that I just threw out there to people, but I do, because I always like to do an update on some of my favorite artists and when they deny it. And I don't know if I've shared this, but Anita Baker said that she wouldn't do a versus because she's retired and that they've already asked her to do it, and so I'm just hurt because of that, but I get it.
Yeah, or like people that fuck with each other, like Chris and Tyga. Do a versus, like like of course maybe like, oh, come on, like how you gonna do that to Tyga, or like but man, I'm pretty sure more people will be surprised.
But
with that that scorecard at the end.
But something that I think is kind of wild is like, who's really saying no to Swiss and Tim?
That's kind of true.
Like
you don't want to beat.
Like not that, and also like look at what they have done. Like okay, so not only is it gonna be held at a historically Black theater, but it's also, the event was curated, created, started, empowered, like everything by Black men, and women, I'm sure, because I know in behind the scenes there's definitely other people that work there. So
it was a start of a lot of shit.
Exactly. So like I just think about that, and it's just like it's really exciting for me. But like, and then I think about that, it's just like, why wouldn't an artist want to be a part of it? Of course, they have their own reasons, because a lot of people are sensitive about their shit. I don't know if I would want a versus.
Do you want a versus?
Like, yeah, if I had like the catalog, like if I was Beyonce, I wouldn't do a versus.
Okay. But all right. But like, what about Kanye versus JayZ? Like, what if we did that? Like, I'm saying like it's something like on some friendly shit, or just more
and
like on
those
some, like,
two, they should do it for Tim and Swiss.
Like, or some shit like that, like RIP to Nip, but like YG and Nip would have been a great one.
I agree.
Like that would have been cool. Like I just think that there's, or even like M versus Royce. Like, why not? Like, if we taking it there with the lyrical shit. So like, if Royce, that scorecard is different than most people, like the popular opinion will lead you to believe. If we really talking about it like that. And also, I think that versus like also gets to show personality, and sometimes you could win the, like, Jada. You could be Jada drunk.
That was great. I love that time in the versus battle, because it was kind of still new of it to being like together.
Like how that battle was.
Yeah, that was a great battle.
Like those two guys who fuck with each other, they have they have chemistry or rapport with each other. Like,
yeah, and it worked so well. It works so well. I love that. Okay, so JayZ. Okay, so let's, because of course the GOAT is making moves without having to say anything, because as soon as anybody finds out, it's everywhere.
It's more than official.
Yes, so Moet Hennessy buys 50% share in JayZ's luxury champagne brand. The rapper had owned the Armand de Brignac brand, also known as the Ace of Spades, since 2014. JayZ has sold 50% of his luxury champagne brand to Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, Vuitton.
Bouton?
The rapper initially bought the Armand de Brignac brand, also known as the Ace of Spades, due to its logo back in 2014 after the Ace of Spades champagne featured in the video for his 2016 single, Show Me What You Got. Oh, bless you.
But that's a fact, man.
Yes.
You used to drink Cristal, motherfuckers, racist. Go ahead, Clyde, my bad.
Listen, you had to drop the bar. LVMH will now take over the global distribution of the Armand de Brignac brand. I love that word, Brignac. It's probably not Brignac brand, which is produced in the Champagne wine region of France. After its 50% acquisition was confirmed yesterday, which was February 22nd, the company already owns Dom Perignon and Moet and Chandon and Hennessy. He got some pictures taken by our girl Ravy B. So shout out to Ravy B for being the one to capture this announcement. That picture was everywhere that day, and almost every day after that. If I am not mistaken, Sir Carter has also, funny because he has a son named Sir Carter. He is also nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Let me get that list. Rock and Roll, because I believe Mary J. Blige is also nominated for that as well.
Was it Missy too, or am I tripping?
No, that was
the
other year. That was another year. Whitney Houston was an inductee last year. Rock and Roll.
Tina Turner, Foo Fighters.
Oh yeah, the Foo Fighters. No, we're like, hold on, because I think I found it. Okay, Mary J. Blige, Kate Bush, Devo, Foo Fighters, The Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, JayZ, Shaka Khan, yes, Carole King, Fela Kuti, LL Cool J, New York Dolls, Rage Against the Machine, Todd Rundgren, Tina Turner, and Dionne Warwick. Shout out to Dionne Warwick, Tina Turner, all the people that I know on the list. I see a lot of Black people on this list, and that makes me happy. To be eligible, for those that don't know, for nomination, an individual artist or band must have released its first commercial recording at least 25 years prior to the year of nomination. 7 out of 16 of the nominees are on the ballot for the first time. Sorry. I just thought of how I've been doing this, like talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for like the past 3 years of doing the podcast, and it just put the biggest smile on my face.
Where else?
like dang, this is the third time I'm talking about the nominations, and it's really cool. So 7 out of 16 of the nominees are on the ballot for the first time, including Foo Fighters, The Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, JayZ, Mary J. Blige. So a lot of people. Dionne Warwick, Shaka Khan was previously nominated both solo and with the band Rufus. If elected, Carole King and Tina Turner will become the second and third female artists inducted twice.
My bad. They got a little virtual tour of this.
That shit made me want to change my voice, though. Following Stevie Nicks' 2019 election, If Foo Fighters are inducted, David Grohl will also become a twice inducted performer.
It's crazy, man. So it's safe to say that JayZ had a pretty good week this week.
A very good week, safe to say.
Very
and he's married to Beyonce.
And he's married, yeah. That's also true. And they have beautiful children.
They have beautiful children
together. So
all that great stuff. So
and they're living their life and they're doing good. So what does this actually really mean? So he owns the brand. Now he owns 50% of that Moet brand.
Ooh, good question.
Is that what that means, right?
Let's go back to what I just read.
Acquisition was confirmed yesterday. So, but he already owned Dom Perignon. So like, so he's saying is will now be taking over distribution.
No. Yeah, Armand he owns Ace of Spades.
He owns also Ace of Spades. So now,
he sold 50% of it to Moet Hennessy. So they're going to be
distributing it now.
They're going to be distributing it. So it's kind of like a partnership because
the
Moet.
So now they part of that same umbrella.
Yeah.
of Moet.
Basically.
Oh,
Because
shit.
they're saying Moet is a part of it. Moet the champagne. Hennessy is also because
Right,
it's
because
in the name.
Yeah, because that's the umbrella. You know, I think it's that. I think it's Moet.
And Dom Perignon as well. Ooh,
Yeah,
Dom
so-
Perignon is also part of that umbrella. And if you think about it, Dom Perignon is when you think about champagne, that's one of the champagnes that you think about, as well as Moet. So it's 3 powerful champagnes. Cough, cough, Cristal,
Yeah. Well,
crickets. That's what, bro. That's what you don't happen. You don't fuck with Hove, bitch.
facts.
Like straight up, like he's been telling y'all since fucking Reasonable Doubt. Like he was like, y'all not gonna sign me, but I'm gonna create one of the best labels to have ever existed and come out with the biggest masterpiece known to man. Sorry guys, I listened to Reasonable Doubt today.
Yeah, listen to the last episode. I think we talked about Reasonable Doubt too.
Oh my god. But I was definitely listening to Reasonable Doubt today on the way to work because I've been listening to some R&B lately, and sometimes like I like to like feel what hip hop makes me feel, and that's an album that always makes me feel that. So if you ever and have never heard Reasonable Doubt and want to know what hip hop feels like, take a gander. And let the rhymes and beats do what they need to do to you. So I wanted to congratulate Summer Walker because Over It officially has 5 singles that have gone platinum. The song that was recently added was my favorite song, Body, off the entire project. So shout out to her. Excuse me, have you seen the video for that song?
Yes, I have.
I love that video because she's pregnant. And I love that artists now are like not shy to do that.
Yeah.
Because if you've seen Tiana Taylor's video for Concrete, she is full blown pregnant in that video, and I love it.
And women look beautiful when they're pregnant.
And this should be embraced because in
Right.
another job you would have had to go to work and just they're artists. Like
And
that's their work.
I should be able to say that, you know, like respectfully that they, like, you know, like
yeah, it's not weird.
it's not weird. Like, yeah.
There's some people that make it weird though.
Yeah. I'm just yes. That's why I say that, Claudia. That's why I was like, hold on, no, nothing like that.
let me get my affairs in order. Hey, you see the sticker though? I'm fully like branded the fuck out right now.
So much brands on me. It's crazy.
Yeah, so shout out to Summer Walker. Congratulations. I know that's like an awesome feat to have. So you go, girl. Got me using the word feet and shit. Also, I wanted to mention because SZA recently did an interview, and I don't remember where specifically, and sorry, but shout out to the company who did it. And it was basically like she basically said that Good Days wasn't meant to be a single, that she just put it at the end of the video of Hit Different. And once everybody went crazy for it, like, you know, like it had to become a single.
I guess it's a single.
Yeah, and something that she said was just like, I'm not the one who's in charge of my trajectory. And I think that that's so powerful because she's just putting out like what she feels is good, and her fans are like, we're responding to it in a way that is so good that is basically like changing her life. Like, I feel like when you have a favorite artist, at least for myself, like I want them to continue doing what they are doing because I genuinely want them to be happy. And if making music is what makes them happy and is going to bring them happiness, I want them to continue to do that.
Well, go on in.
Yeah, like I want them to continue to do that because I want to continue to, I want to continue to hear what and how you feel, like because I feel a connection to SZA, so I want her to continue to make the best music that she wants to make and however she wants to make it. And she has, I think, because there's another song that she played on her Instagram live, and they made it into a piece on TikTok, and people have choreography to this. Mind you, this is something that they grabbed from an Instagram video, from an Instagram live. And this song,
it on TikTok.
yeah, and this song, I bet you it's on Shazam. Like that's how popular it is. So shout out to that because that's great. So shout out to SZA for that. Okay, so let's get into some WandaVision talk.
Let's do it.
How did you feel about this last episode?
Well, we haven't seen the episode that just recently aired, so
yes,
no spoiler alerts.
So you
on
had
that
an
one
entire fucking week
to watch this.
to watch
one.
the episode that we're about to talk about. So get ready for this whirlwind. Also, spoiler alert. I don't know what we're gonna say, but spoiler alert.
I know that our girl Agatha, I think is her name. I think she but like her coming the neighbor. Now that all of a sudden she's kind of been a part of it and is
yeah.
Bitch. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was like really one, I guess, funny, but also like I kind of saw that happening. And then, of course, one of our favorite characters.
You saw that happening?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Is it because it's like something?
Well, yeah, it's something from the comics.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
and also this with, but I didn't expect this to happen. Like I just because I got put on what happened a little bit more in the comics, but with her getting the special powers. What's
the
her
neighbor.
name? No, not she already had the special powers. The neighbor. I'm saying the sergeant, the agent.
What is her name? I love her.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She's one of our favorite characters. Just can't remember the name. That's how much of a favorite character she is. Because honestly, when she goes on screen, I kind of check out a little bit. I mean, like I try to listen to.
I fall in love.
Everything, right? Yeah. Monica. It's Monica. Oh, yeah, she has a cool ass name though. It's Rambo.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, her name is Tiana Paris.
Yeah, Tiana
So
Paris.
shout out.
She's doing her thing.
Love her.
So I knew that this was gonna come to, but I didn't call it out though. But yeah. So
see, like I don't know none of that shit. I'll be watching it on every single time.
I do think, I don't know if I could be wrong. I think Magneto is gonna be an appearance here some way somehow, and I think that's the Luke Skywalker cameo that Wanda was talking about. Well, not Wanda. You know what I mean.
The actress.
Yeah, the actress.
That's funny.
With Elizabeth was talking about, and Elizabeth looking. They got nothing but sexy. Like sign me up. Look at this cast. They got Elizabeth. You know, they got Elizabeth Olsen. Then they got Kat Dennings. Then we got how you say her name? Tiana.
Yeah, Tiana Paris.
Tiana Paris. And you know, hey, Catherine, this is she's a vibe. You know, she probably gets phenomenal.
You said
fellatio.
a 5?
Huh? A vibe. I said a vibe, not a 5.
My bad, dog.
No, that's cool. I mean, I wouldn't.
But yeah, it's a great cast. My favorite one so far is Kat, which that's not that's the actress's name.
Yeah.
The doctor. I love her because she's so badass. And then I found out that she's been in some of the other Marvel movies, so I love that because I love finding out like, oh, okay, like this is somebody like who was in this, and this was somebody who was in that. That's so cool. I was talking to somebody that I know, and we were talking about the whole how WandaVision introduced us to wanting to watch, you know, like these super what is it?
Well, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
There you go. I was gonna say superpower movies, but that's probably wrong. I just thought of because we have masks that have like the Marvel characters, and so I have one, and then Bay, our puppy, has like a little bandana. Hav has we're gonna be matching one day.
Yeah. We also speaking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they recently dropped the name for the new Spiderman movie, and these fucking guys were having a field day and trolling the fans, the whole fans at on Twitter, because basically Tim Holland, Zendaya, and man, I forgot his name, and the other guy who's in the movies. They basically came out, or like, you know, they all had different like names that was going to be for Spider-Man 3. But the official title is No Way Home.
Nice. And
so,
Zendaya's going to be in it too?
Zendaya, yeah, of course, yeah. She'll be the third one that they do with Zendaya. She's been in all 3. But look,
is that the first time that happens, that the girl, because Kristen Dunst wasn't the same, right?
Oh, for all of them?
Yeah.
I think no. In that first one, Kristen Dunst was in all 3. But Yeah.
I saw them, by the way.
And then the second one, Emma Stone was in both of them. But some characters do get swapped out. But the home thing is basically like what they're going with. The first one's called Homecoming. The second one's called Far From Home. And the third one's called No Way Home.
How many do you think they're gonna do?
Honestly, I think they could probably get. I honestly see Tim Holland probably playing Spider-Man for the next, like almost like how Tony Stark, however many years.
Because he's young.
He's super young, and plus he goes into like this second phase, this other phase of what the Avengers are gonna look like without Tony Stark, because since he passed away. So like, I just think
Iron Man passed away.
Yeah, so he's 24 years old. I could foresee him playing. I think they could at least do another 10 years.
Zendaya's a little cougar.
But
She's older.
My baby ain't with her. No, I'm kidding.
They was
together, right? Or are they together? Like, but I feel like they say that about every single one of her co-stars, though. But I mean,
I heard about that in John David.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but then I'm talking about at least with Spider-Man and then with Euphoria, because they were saying that she was with the fucking Psycho.
What a show! You've never seen it for Euphoria.
Yeah, I guess no spoiler. She's 24 years old too, Claudia.
Oh, I thought she was like 27.
No, she's 24. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. And in superhero land news, right, Claudia?
For real. Whatever that means. No, I'm joking. One day I'm gonna get it right, I promise.
But yeah, they probably do another, if not 5 more Spider-Man movies, at least 5 more movies that he's playing Spider-Man in.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be. He's 24. He's in for the long haul. Like, they got his ass young, because think about it. He's been.
Claudia,
what?
I'm pretty sure that Walt Disney Pictures did not. When you say it like that, it make it sound like, yeah, that they do.
No, they got homie like when he was like 19, 20 years old, because I know how movies are made, not like that, but I know that it takes time. And so if he's on his third one and he is 24, same thing with Zendaya. They've been playing this role since they were like 19.
Yeah, and plus like with Toby, like they're saying that like how like Heath Ledger's the best Joker. They're saying Toby the best
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, and he was 36 though when he was playing his role, and this kid was in high school. You know what I mean? So like, I think that like, I think
that's crazy. They had him play in high school. Like, dog, Hollywood is crazy.
Hollywood's dumb, but I think that Tim Holland is the best Spider-Man. He plays that shit. He plays that to the T. I think just like how. I
agree, because I've seen of him, because I haven't seen.
Yeah, you only seen the Avengers. Yeah. Dude, get that on Disney Plus.
For real, even though I won't watch it. All right, well, moving on along. That was awesome. Well, okay, so back to WandaVision. Something that I really enjoyed about WandaVision, and I shared this with Jav, and it wasn't from this episode. It was from the episode before, when Vision basically like pretends that he's gonna be like doing like, I guess, like neighborhood watch or something like that, and he ends up going to like another neighborhood, and he realizes that none of the people and stuff there is real. And I loved that, because it showed us like how much in control this woman was. Like, this woman is, like, speaking of Wanda, like, that's how much power and, like, everything that she has, that it's just, like, you can't go past this block. And if you do, the reason why is because it's fake. Everything is fake, because I have created this entire thing so that you believe that you're living a normal life. You know what I mean? The whole time it's an alternate universe, basically. And so that was, like, a really dope episode. But something that has stood out the most to me was when Wanda's brother like tells her like, hey, like, I'm your brother, like, I'm not your husband, and I forgot what he said, like the other thing that he said, like the other person, he's just like you can tell me what's going on.
Oh yeah, his brother. Yeah,
and then she ends up, what I don't remember is what he said, like, I'm not your husband, and I'm not like them, or something like that, like, I'm your brother, like, tell me the truth type of thing. So I really like that because I'm really close to my brother, and I feel like that was like a very vulnerable moment, and I enjoyed that. And so that was really good. And in this recent episode that just happened, the whole like 2000s and like seeing like, oh, like that's how shows are now. And then you think about it and you're just like, dang, they kind of are. Because like if you think about,
Well, that was The Office.
yeah, it was even like the intro because it was, yeah.
No, it was
And then
The
like how
Office.
Hav said finding out about that. And then I loved how Vision ended up meeting the doctor because he's kind of like my favorite character, even though I love Wanda and her superpowers. And that's what attracted me to the show. Vision has become one of my favorite characters as well as the doctor and Rambo. So yeah, those have been like my favorite people on the show so far. So yeah, guys, if you watch the show, let us know in the comments. Speaking of shows, I am watching Firefly Lane on Netflix. It is a Netflix original, and it's about these two best friends that have been best friends since they were in middle school, and something that it's like a back and forth. It goes through like 3 different decades or so, something like that. So it goes back to when they're like teenagers, like 14 years old, 13 years old. Then it'll go to like when they're in like their 20s, mid 20s, and then it goes to when they are in their 40s. So present, right? So it keeps going back and forth through those time periods. And I really enjoy the show because it shows you the insecurities of the woman, and then of the girl, and then it takes you to how it kind of like transpired as her being a woman, and one of the main characters, which has been a favorite of mine and some of the other people that I've talked to about it, is Tully, which she just went through so much because her mom was like, she was a drug addict, and she lied to her best friend and told her that her mom had cancer. And something that I admire from this character is because she's a journalist, right? And she was so ambitious to become a journalist, and she was willing to do anything. She even got shot on the job because, they were on their way to a job, and she ended up going inside the store, and somebody ends up, sticking up the store. And that part, propelling her career to the next level. And it was just, it's a really good show. Like, and so she just goes through so much, and she just puts a straight face and delivers the news however it is that she needs to deliver it. And then she has like her own talk show, and you see her like going through something like she had a miscarriage, and they were telling her to stay in bed. And I'm saying, that's a spoiler. That is such a spoiler. But she like went through so many things, and like she would just walk onto her stage and perform, and sometimes as a journalist, as a podcaster, as even an artist, I think that in anything, there's times that you just have to like all of that pain, you have to put it away, and you have to become that best version of yourself. And that's why it's so important for you to have a purpose in your life, because when you have that, all of that other shit doesn't matter. Because it's like, this is what I want. That, yeah, I have all that pain that hurt me, but I also have this, and I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. Like, I can have a whatever day, but when these lights like turn on and it's like time for that, like all of that doesn't matter. And that's something that I loved about the show, and that it shows that, because like, yes, like people who are behind the camera, who are behind the microphone, like real people that go through shit, that have to put on a straight face. Like, you don't think that there's been times where some of these artists are like, what was it that Katy Perry found out that her fiance was cheating on her or something like that, or like, or that he was filing for a divorce, like right before she had to go on stage, and she performed like nothing. That's different. That's purpose. That's what you were put on this earth to do. Like that to me, yeah. there's no other feeling. Like, there's none at all. And so it's a really good show. I recommend it to everybody. Just watch it. I'm about to finish the last episode. By the time the episode airs, I would probably already be done with the show. So shout out to that show. Very good one. Excuse me. It has been. Who tired?
Who's sleepy?
Who's sleepy?
Not I.
Not I. Not y'all host. 12 years ago today, J. Cole signed his deal with JayZ and Roc Nation, and that was 2/24. So, wow, that's a very long time. That is a very good career. Thinking about 12 years ago, that's a great thing that has happened. So shout out to that. Did you want to add anything to that, Jav?
Nah. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, now, so Mr. Potato Head is becoming gender neutral.
Gender neutral out here.
He does not want to be held on to the gender norms that society has placed upon all of us.
Yeah, and he can come with all parts now instead of two assembles. It's just you can make
So
it
I can make him a man or a woman
I would hope so.
if I want to.
If they make him gender neutral, I would hope that they would also package both, which I guess makes sense for Hasbro because COVID and prices going way down, so businesses are looking at new strategies and new things to do stuff. Of course, also the times that we're in now. But this is hilarious to me. Like Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head. Thank God we have Toy Story, for that could be forever embedded in history. But
Yeah.
jeez, this is a bit like, I don't want to be insensitive, but it's kind of funny.
Oh, being gender neutral. Honestly,
It makes more sense now that I break it down as a business move.
yeah, I think it's just a business move. Like honestly, like because why not?
Yeah,
Not
no.
even it's a business move because it makes sense. Like why wouldn't you have both? Because what if you like it makes more sense if like efficiently. Like give them the potato head. He can be a boy, he can be a girl. Kids just like dogs need different toys cuz honestly, who's really getting these potato head? It's kids. It's for kids. So yeah, so I think that's dope. And then sometimes what if you have to share with your sibling?
Yeah.
And the sibling wants it to be a boy when it's with the boy. I don't know, like even that is like super I was about to say something. That's none of my business because I don't have kids. Okay, so it was really funny because somebody tweeted, I told my 7-year-old daughter that Mr. Potato Head is gender neutral now, and she smiled and said, "This is the greatest day of my life. Finally, I can be at peace." We hugged and I started sobbing. It was so beautiful. Someone said, imagine thinking in the middle of a global pandemic, what's really important is dropping the Mr. from Mr. Potato Head and making him gender neutral in case we upset a few wokies. People are funny, bro. My potato head has dick and balls. Someone said, Mr. Potato Head is no longer a Mr. Shout out to Ha for that. I would have never known that. I would have never known that piece of information. Yeah, so
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. There was something else that I had in my head. Okay, so I haven't seen the Ungodly Hour video, Have. We have to talk about this. Somebody fucking shot Lady Gaga's dog walker and stole her dogs. Bruh,
Fuck that person.
I'm riding through the fucking block with my gat looking for this person.
Facts. Prayers for
And
Lady
where
Gaga.
the fuck is my dog? Like, yeah, that's insane. My prayers go out to her because I know what it's like to lose a dog, but I got him back and it wasn't like that. I know that she has a 500,000 reward for the dogs. I will turn them things in quick.
Here they are, coach. They was just in the backyard. I don't know how they got here.
I think that's the point. But to shoot the damn dog walker?
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Do you know how scared the dogs must have been when that happened?
Yeah, after hearing
Dog,
that
like, just think about when dogs hear new things.
Yeah.
And when it's like loud music, some of them can't take it. Like, I know our dog doesn't.
Yeah,
like
it's a caretaker. You know, the dog kind of bonds with that person.
Exactly. It's just like, what the heck? What's wrong? Like, they see them get shot and then they get stolen. Like, they're away from the person that they love the most, because your dog eventually is like, you're their entire world. Literally, like, you are the person who plays with them. You're the person that comes home to them. You're just so many different things. So the separation anxiety and like all of these things, I just couldn't. Like, Lady Gaga, I am praying for you. And that was the prayer, because man, that's really sad. That makes me really sad, Hav. Think about that.
I don't want to. It's too depressing.
Right?
I don't want to think about it happening to me. But man, that's terrible. Lady Gaga, if you need someone to talk to, I am available.
You made me spill my drink. That shit was funny, Hav. You said if you need someone to talk to.
Yeah,
Just follow my dog's IG.
Maybe Bay, not saying, it's a course, but maybe Bay, that, you can't deny Bay's face, and just maybe give her a nice little smile and maybe some slight hope of hope in those eyes. Bay has hope in her eyes instead of pain.
She does. She has pure happiness.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course. Ask away.
So, wanted to ask you this. All right. If you knew that someone caught a body and you were
like killed them?
not caught, no.
That's how you know.
like okay. So like, what if, like, I put it for like in my instance, like when a girl, like, let's say I found out a girl fucked this guy that I know, right? I am gonna judge her in certain ways. Would I not? Depending
Did you
on,
fuck her?
Huh?
Did you fuck her?
No, it's not like a real situation though.
Oh no,
Actually.
I know. But in the situation,
Yes.
you fucked her, and then you found out that your boy fucked her.
Well, it's someone that, like, I knew that you had you crossed this person, like, when we talked about it, we like, or I know that this person crossed that person's path, right? Okay. Or just kind of like, right, basically like judging the body a little bit, or not that, like, do you think that's basically off the table? Like, okay, hey, I know that you had sex with so and so me and you could never be.
Oh, interesting. Because there is actually somebody who I would never date because of that.
Are you standing by that?
I am. I have.
And that's the only reason why you wouldn't date that person?
Amongst other things.
Okay, so don't say that. But
but it is a really big reason.
I mean, okay, is it though, really? Like, what, motherfuckers fuck people every day, B? Like,
but it's like,
what are we talking about? Like, okay, family members, all that, it don't matter. Like, or like, what happened. You get me? Like, even like, so let's say it's like a widow, and like, it's like a friend of a friend, or someone that like, or kind of like, and it kind of happens natural, like no funny, or like creepy that, snuck behind the back, or something that was always there and hidden, and then they never expounded on.
Okay.
Like, what about that? Like, okay,
I feel
just
like
because
this is always just a on basis type of thing. I believe with the person that I'm thinking of. Is that specific reason? Definitely. Am I willing to risk what could be because of that? Yeah, because it's something that just honestly makes me uncomfortable. It's just kind of like, like.
But I'm saying maybe you need to grow up. It probably shouldn't make you uncomfortable.
Well, I don't think that it's about that.
Okay.
Because there is a main thing of this person, but there's other thing, like that's a main thing, but there's some other things that is just kind of like, so that's what I'm saying. Like you would have to, like it's a on basis type of thing, because you have to like look at the situation and be like, all right, yeah, you had sex with this person and maybe we could be, but there is also this. And I don't know if I'm willing to also like that and that. Sometimes you just have to say and like that. No. And there's enough people in this world. I'm sorry. There's enough people in this world.
All right. Okay, cool. You answered my question.
Okay. Good question.
They say I always come with those.
You do. And that was a very good one.
Shit. Just the ambition hour.
I know that's right. And I saw this post the other day, and it was about how 13-year-old me would be so like think that I'm hot and cool, and that's really all that matters to me. And I have to agree to that. Because 13-year-old me would think that all that I have done up until this point is like the coolest thing ever. And I have to continue to remind myself that I have done a lot of cool shit in my life and have accomplished a lot of things and have literally whatever I've put my mind to, I have done.
Bitch.
Like, yeah, like I have literally done it. Like even down to, I would say even my job, like I applied to it. And once I found out what it was, I was just like, this is it. This is the job. Like this job is mine. I was made for this, you know? And I've always stepped into that greatness when I need to. And that's something that I need to continue to take advantage of. You know, like if I'm able to do it this way and been able to be successful in this way and this way and this way, why not? You know, I believe that's why I tap into so many different areas of my creativity. And I'm so happy that I do, because I love that. Because there's times when when you are creative, you can't always create.
Yeah.
And there's always a battle with that. Because there are days where aside from the podcast is something that is just like, it's literally something that I do in the back of my mind. Today we looked and talked about what we were going to talk about before. We normally and always don't always do that, but I believe that this was an episode that we wanted to share a little bit more information and have some things to talk about.
Welcome home, Smurda.
Yeah, exactly. He is home. He is free. So shout out to him. The internet was pissed the fuck off because during Black History Month, he was pictured with 3 white women in the jet. So that means he done got himself some white pussy, and Dr. Umar was not happy. Well, I don't know that to be a fact, but they kept using him in the meme.
What they said, like, what you thought about those girls though, Claudia?
They were like ugly. But someone said that they had to ease him into the pussy. Like they couldn't just give him the finest.
Yeah, because then you bust too.
Nah, bruh. Fuck that. Fuck that. Because if it's been that long, you gonna bust quick anyway.
Facts.
Like, I don't know. That's just how I think. You know. And who says you can't do it again? Ain't that what you're paying them for, to fuck them?
Hey.
Oh, but wait.
We don't know all that.
Yeah.
We don't know all that. Hey, Claudia, hold on, Claudia. My dog just came out allegedly. Hold on, man. Damn.
I didn't say that. Horse.
Horse.
Also,
what's up with your boy? The Chinese Omarion.
Oh my God.
That's an old.
That's an old video. Yeah. Yeah, that's a super old video. And it was it's not funny. It was actually horrible. The reason why it was funny to me was because I was just like, bruh, this looks like an Omarion video treatment. And I didn't know this until after that was kind of like what the ruckus was. It's like kind of like it looked like an Omarion video, and he was trying to be black and pretending, because he even had cornrows on. Like Omarion, someone else said like Mario too. And so I just think that
people are gonna find a marketing ploy on something, right? Or they're gonna be like, make this look a little bit more like that because people are familiar with, you know.
Yeah. I just looked down on my Crocs and I think I'm gonna get other ones when we go to Disney.
Also, well, at least in the recording of this day marks the 12 years ago of J. Cole signing over to Rock Nation. So, something about this time for Jay. Jay got, you know, divine time and energy around this time. I don't know what it is.
I talked about this.
My bad. Shit, my bad.
That's funny. That's funny. I should have let it rock. I couldn't. I'm so sorry.
That's hilarious. My bad. I the 2 seconds I dozed off, bro, because I got my tattoo. I'm like, all right. Is it? Am I feeling what I'm supposed to be feeling?
Listen. That's some real shit that happens on a podcast, because that can honestly happen to anybody.
And I'm just running down. You know what I'm doing? I'm running down.
Yeah, he's just going down the list of like the conversation that we had earlier.
I'm new to that. We like Claudia said, we don't do that.
We don't do that. So
I ain't a list reader.
Yeah, so because I had looked, but I forgot. I missed the Omari.
Yeah.
But I need to say this because this is the last episode of Black History Month, and listen.
Oh, yeah, we gotta say who.
Oh yes, I'm so upset that we're doing it at the end of the episode, but it is what it is. I have a couple of people that I want to honor. One of them is Miss Lynn Whitfield. She is an actress, and she is. Hold on, because I just gotta pull her up real quick. Oh man, I almost.
So I was gonna say, you know, I want to honor, you know, Danny Glover. You know, just the overall, the creative of things that he's been doing, as well. Of course, I want, you know, just in business and of course artistically with music and visually as well. And then Pharrell for his mind. I'm not sure if I already said Pharrell though.
You did.
I did.
Cool.
Okay. So I was just making sure I got that because I right when I said Childish, I was like, hold on, gotta make sure I shout out Pharrell though. And also Serena Williams.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
So I want to honor that one because it just shows hard work, consistency, and dedication. And tennis is such a hard sport. You know, not only of being a woman, that's one minority in that. Well, I mean, they've always had, you know, men and women tennis though. But just being a minority in that, and then also being black, fighting those two things in that field, and being basically the GOAT. You know, like it's Serena. Like we could just say, like, you know, like Madonna is just a one name basis, an icon that is living. Also, you know, like man, like shout out to Brandon Marshall, Chad Ochocinco, you know, I Am Athlete, that podcast, love what they doing over there and shit like that.
Awesome. So I wanted to honor Lynn Whitfield. She is an actress. She has been acting since 1991, probably longer than that. Actually, 1981. She has been on A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Gone Fishing, Eve's Bayou, Stepmom, Head of State, Medea's Family Reunion. The woman, she is on one of my favorite shows, Greenleaf, and that's one of the shows that made me see her in a different light. I know she's always played like a strong character, especially in the Family Reunion movie, but in Greenleaf I just saw her like very differently, and I got to see her shine in that character because she played a pastor's wife, and I loved it. I love that show, so she can do no wrong. So I wanted to honor her. I also wanted to honor all of the Black women of the class of 2007 from Coral Reef in Miami, because a lot of them that I know is so much to name. Like I honored Jaleesa Hall the other day, but there's so many to name. Like Sabine, there's Lauren, there's Alexandria that I just thought of, and oh man, the light then turned off. I'm thinking of so many different names are coming to my mind right now. Brittany, Ashley, I don't want to leave anybody out, so that's why I'm just saying the black women of the class of 2007 from Coral Reef, because listen, y'all are just queens out there, and there's more than one Brittany that I'm mentioning, so all the Britneys. Shout out to y'all. I also wanted to honor that's really bright, Hav.
I want to honor all the.
Thank you.
I want to all the women that graduated this year and last year too. If we doing that, so shout out to all of those women as well.
Something I didn't mention with Jaleesa was she was the captain of the dance team that I was in, the hip hop dance team. Did I say that?
I'm not sure, but fuck it.
I don't think I did. But yeah, she was the captain. She basically created this dance team 1 year, and she asked me to be a part of it, and I loved it. I was just like, hell yeah. Like, it was called Crash Crew, and it was called the Coral Reef All-Star Hip Hop Crew. Well, no, wait. Crash Crew. Yeah, it was the Coral Reef All-Star Hip Hop Crew. Yeah. And I loved it. If you don't know, I even backup danced for a Christian rapper, and that was an experience. I was asked to go on tour, but, you know, I'm Hispanic. And they was like, nah. So that was a pretty cool time in my life. But yeah, so that and I also want to honor the this is mad random, but I also want to honor Richmond Heights. It's just the first historically black neighborhood in Miami. That was, you know, the houses were owned by black people in that neighborhood, and I went to high school in that neighborhood, and I pass by the neighborhood every single day now. So
Thanks.
yeah, so it's just really great just seeing it and seeing it grow, and I see a lot of remodeling happening, so that makes me very happy because that means that the neighborhood is getting better. You know, it's the same people living there, but it's just, you know, they're remodeling, they're doing what they need to do. And I always felt like in high school somebody always had somebody related or knew somebody that lived in Richmond Heights, and I always thought that was beautiful. So yeah, so shout out to Richmond Heights if you are from there. Salute.
Yeah, SMH.
No, that's South Miami Heights.
Oh, that's okay.
But yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. We learned that from Killer K. That
Nice.
Richmond Heights was the first like black owned neighborhood.
Shout out to Killer K
basically.
too.
Yeah, shout out to Killer K in the building. Shout out to everybody else. I think we're good.
Yeah. See you fuckers next week.
For real. I'm in Disney, bitch.
Yeah, holla at me.
Holla at me on the other side. All right now. Guys, remember we are still in a pandemic, so make sure that you wash your hands, wash your ass, drink your water, and mind your business.
Please.
And for the 161th time in a row, it's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves, and my co-host, House 600, and we are out of here. Peace out, bitches. I know y'all can't see me on YouTube. Go listen to me on motherfucking SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all those other things. Bye.